Nick, we need to talk. Oh, don't do this, love. There's things I need to say.
Haven't you said enough?
All right, how did it go? What did the doctor say? What did the doctor say?
Everything's fine.
Come on, Sin. I've been worrying about you all morning.
The left perforation's healing, but not as quickly as they'd hoped. And the right one has improved.
Oh, good. Is that a lot better?
So many percent or other. I don't flaming know, do I? But they have improved. So my ears are going to get better. So you don't have to worry, do you, hey? Your conscience can be clear about making me unemployed.
Listen. No, you listen. I might have expected some divvy to come out with that sort of crap, but not you.
I'm sorry.
I know I don't have to justify what happened that night to anyone.
Nick, I'm really sorry. It was stupid what I said, and I'd love to take it back. It's not what I think at all.
Then why say it, then? You must have thought it. I mean, somewhere in the back of your mind, it must have been there. Maybe you're right.
Oh, I'm so sorry for doing this to you. You've got to believe me. I mean, Saturday was totally my fault. It had nothing to do with you or what you'd done. It was the way I'm feeling inside. I just feel angry all the time at everybody. Everybody who's normal, who doesn't know how I feel, who is missing us.
So why take it out on me, then? I know how you feel, but don't you think I get angry too?
I know. And that makes what I did even worse. But when I saw you been drinking, I just snapped. I wanted to lash out. I wanted to hurt someone the way I was hurting. Part of me wanted to drag you to your senses. And part of me was afraid.
Of what?
You were getting bare feet because I wasn't giving you enough support. That I can't hold it together without your dad.
Mum, it isn't like that at all.
I blamed you when I should have been blaming me. And I know her fears are, Emily, because she didn't say a word to me before she left for school this morning. I lashed out. The two people that I loved the most. And the last thing I want to do is hurt either of you.
I can't believe I hit you, Mum. It all happened so fast, and I was just so shocked.
Oh, Nikki, I'm so sorry for what I said.
So, what were you looking for in Susanna's?
Oh, some stupid papers. I was trying to put together that inventory we'd been asked for. Does Susanna know?
No, not yet. I'll call back later on when I've got a bit more time. I'll tell her then.
How is she?
She's not bad. Still poorly. Look, I better get off. See you later.
See you. Hey, Jackie. Thanks for coming and for sorting everything out.
It's okay. Here.
She sorted Susanna's out then?
Yeah. Reset the alarm and everything. Doesn't make me feel any better, though. Won't protect me from Callum. The doctor reckons I'll be out by the end of this week. But at least in here I'm surrounded by nurses and other people, and I mean, once I get out, I'm worried sick, Dad.
I know, love.
And all these lies to Jackie and the police and my mum, I just can't keep it up.
The man's evil. He's an animal. I should rip his head off.
Remember when you tell me I can't fight the likes of Callum Finnegan? I should have listened to you. You warned me so many times.
Don't blame yourself, love. Look, if it's any consolation, your mother has spent her whole life warning me about one thing and another. See how much notice I've ever taken.
What sort of mother am I? What was I thinking of getting myself into this mess? All I ever wanted is to be with Kylie, and now I'm frightened that if she's with me, he's going to hurt her. Do you know how bad that makes me feel, Dad? Mothers are supposed to protect the kids.
Fathers too, love. There should be something I can do.
He came to see me. He sat there where you are now, and God knows what he's going to do to me when I get out of here. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Hey.
Dad, you tell me what to do.
They're pretty, Jackie. Oh, Yeah, they are, aren't they? You got a job interview or something?
No, I'm off into town to pick up that award I told you about at the Adult Learning Centre.
For your reading?
Yeah.
Oh, I am pleased.
Thanks. I'm really excited. I'm like a wee kid.
Well, you look lovely.
Thanks. I've never had a certificate before. Not for anything, not even swimming.
I haven't got so many myself, love. Is it just the two of you going?
No, we're meeting Alec and the kids down there.
I'll let you get on. Sure, love.
Bye.
I know you think I haven't thought it through, Sim, but I have. I've even been dreaming about the flaming chippy.
Slower, you're gonna have to look at me.
I'm not being selfish. I'm selling the business because of Leo. Because of him and Gemma.
Leo?
You know he's 18 today. You know, I didn't even get him a birthday present. I didn't know what to get him.
I'll just give him the money, let him buy himself something.
Oh, Sin, that would just prove how little I know him. I can't believe I don't know what music he's into, what films he watches. I've got to put that right, Sin. And I'm not making the same mistake with Gemma.
I understand you think you failed with Leo. And I think you're gonna have to sell the business so you can spend more time with him and Gemma.
Well, it's ours, Sin. But basically, yeah.
Well, that's great. But tender love and care isn't gonna clothe or feed them, is it?
How long are you going to stay at your mum and dad's? Probably till Susanna gets out of hospital. I'll be glad to move back. I've been missing the kids. Yeah, no, you have. I was going to ask you if you wanted to come with me, but I didn't think you'd want to. You're right. I don't want to. But why? You can't blame someone for surviving. I mean, I've lost Jace. That's not her fault. Who said I'm blaming anybody? I don't like her. I'm not going to pretend to just because she's in hospital. But
I'll have one last look. Search the house from top to bottom.
what are you looking for?
Your dad's job book. If I could find it, I'd know exactly where he was up to with everything.
I knew him good money. Mum, you've already looked in there once. We both have.
I know, but it's got to be somewhere. This is all my fault that the books are such a mess. If I hadn't been working away, I'd have been on top of things. The accounts would have been sorted out. See, I made your dad do everything.
Mum, it's not your fault.
And all the hours he worked in that club. And I can't even invoice them. When I was in Sheffield, he worked all the way through the night. Remember the day before we went on holiday? And when I came back, he hadn't even done any packing. I wasn't paying for that.
Jackie Dixon, I know how much she owes him. I'll ask her.
Are you sure? Oh, that'd be a help. Thanks, love.
Are you sure you feel okay?
Yes. I do feel a lot better. You mustn't make me laugh, though. My ribs still hurt. Apparently there's not much they can do for cracked ribs.
Well, at least you're not hooked up to all those drips and monitors anymore. Must mean you're progressing okay.
I must be, mustn't I? Jackie, I wondered if you'd seen anything of the Shadwicks. I wondered if you knew how they were coping with everything.
I'm sorry, I've been really busy.
I can't stop thinking about them. It just was right to keep a damn about anybody else's feelings.
I think you're being really hard on yourself.
Am I? Jess was wrong about it just being a bit of fun, though. I really miss him.
Susanna.
So ironic. That night in the showers was meant to be the final goodbye because I didn't want to take him away from his family.
Yeah, well, he was a big part of your life. You're grieving for him, that's why you feel like this. But you have to concentrate on getting yourself better so you can go home to your children.
Yes. Yes, I know you're right. Oof. I haven't even asked you how things are at the restaurant.
Well, the repair work's happening, but I'm just leaving them to get on with it, really.
At least that's something.
Oh, you know Nathan was meeting with a property developer the other day. Well, he's interested in taking over the whole parade. He seems to think it could be good for the club.
Do you think anyone will sell?
Maybe, if the price is right.
Have you seen Lindsay? I haven't seen her for a few days. She's working really hard.
Yeah, she has been working really hard. But, the thing is, she's a bit incapacitated at the moment.
What do you mean?
Hi.
Did you remember to take the magazines?
Yeah, although she probably won't have the chance to read them. She's coming out soon.
Thank goodness. Oh, Kylie will be made up. I just want her home, you know, where I can keep my eye on her. And how was she? I said, how was she?
Well, a bit down, you know.
Well, no, I don't know, because if I knew I wouldn't ask, would I?
Look, when someone takes a battering like that, they always look a mess, don't they? But when the swelling goes down, she'll feel a lot better.
Well, I wouldn't know, would I? Because I've never taken a battering. I mean, I know you're an expert on them.
So what are you going to do now?
I'm going to go and pick our wills up from Val's.
Right, we'll do some cleaning and peel some vegetables. Do something useful with your time.
I was doing something useful till you interfered.
Oh, right, we'll do something honest and useful then.
Can I have a word?
I'm a bit busy right now. Perhaps we could do lunch next week.
No. I want a word now.
I think I'll go. The air's a bit polluted around here.
No. I want a word about my daughter. I want you to leave her alone. You told her to go, and she was going. You've had your fun. Now just let her get on with the rest of her life.
This isn't very bright, is it? I could snuff out you and your entire family with my little finger if you upset me. Is that what you want? Is it?
No.
Your Lindsay has not been a very nice little girl. Holding a gun to my head, arranging to have me killed. What was I supposed to do?
She's been stupid.
Looks like it runs in the family.
Will you leave her alone?
Well, I was going to until you grabbed me by the throat, but now I am traumatized and that will cost you.
So what do you want?
What have you got? You see, I can't think of anything either. I've always fancied my own golf course. Or there is your Lindsay's little business venture.
You want her share of the club?
I aspire to it all, but that's a start. After all, I did invest in it rather heavily, albeit against my will.
No. No. She would never agree to that.
Well, why don't you try to persuade her, Jimmy? It might just prevent your little girl becoming a permanent fixture in that hospital bed. Okay.
Move, I'm watching that. I see. I've got to understand you when you've got something to say.
I feel like I'm always filling in forms.
Forms? What forms?
Tax, fire regulations, stock orders. It's hard, Sin.
Well, that's what having your own business is all about. There's always some sort of aggro with any job.
And how'd you figure that one out?
Well, it's a different hassle, isn't it? When you work for someone else, you put yourself in their hands. When that someone else messes up, you find yourself down the dole.
Are you having another dig at me?
I'm just trying to make you see sense. If you sell up, you lose control. You're putting Leo and Gemma in someone else's hands.
I understand what you're saying, Sin, but it always falls on me to keep everything going. Covering all the shifts.
If you're going to ramble on, I'm going to watch this.
I want to do something else with my life, Sin. You know, perhaps go back into catering. I trained to be a chef, you know. I can do more than sell battered fish and chips.
What are you saying?
I want to do more than sell battered fish and chips.
And what about me and Tim? What about what we want?
Till we'll find another job.
Like you're Leo. Hey, but it's all right for you, isn't it? You can go off and make your soufflés, your tiramisu. What am I supposed to do? I can't even pick up a phone and talk to my daughter.
What was going on over there?
Nothing.
If my memory's correct, he used to be small-time scum. And I just asked you a question.
You remember Lindsay? Oh, that's her dad. He came to appeal to my better nature. Apparently our Lindsay's got herself beaten up.
And you did it.
Let's just say I played a managerial role, yes.
Are you nuts? We don't go about beating people up.
Don't we?
No, not in that way anymore.
What was I supposed to do? She leaves me to die in a container, she holds a gun to my head, and then for an encore she hires somebody to kill me.
Hired a hit. Why?
Because she is a violent bitch. Because Miss Corker believes I planted that bomb in that precious club of hers and that hurt me. Not as much as my own brother dragging me back to Portugal to accuse me of the same thing, of trying to murder him and his entire family.
If you weren't so hot-headed and went about doing stupid things which stress me out, you wouldn't get the blame for things you didn't do. Your trouble. You don't think. In the car.
I believe aromatherapy relieves stress.
Now.
You sure you're all right to go home?
Looks worse than it is.
Oh, it looks pretty bad to me. Oh, the thought of someone else having been in my home.
I know. But as I said to Lindsay before, these things happen everywhere all the time.
Things just go from bad to worse. What have we done to deserve this?
I don't know. Sometimes I wish I'd just stuck to running the salon.
Well, we can't go through life saying what if or maybe. We are where we are.
You're right. Sometimes I feel as if I've committed some terrible deed in a past life.
Life just goes like that sometimes. Everything goes wrong, then everything goes right. We just have to hang in there. And the shelf will be open soon. At least we've got our investment. Our partnership.
I suppose so. At least that's something to hang on to.
Yeah, but we're you two in here. I'm the one who's doing all the hanging.
For which we're grateful.
Yeah. Well, I better get off. I'll try and pop in tomorrow. See you later.
See ya.
Poor Jackie's run off her feet. Poor you. Awful coincidence, you disturbing him like that.
Yeah. Awful.
Dean, these are yours.
Oh, and you don't let me these. Do you want to listen? Let's have a look.
Oh, love, don't leave your engagement ring. I still take my engagement ring off when I wash up. I remember going to pick it. Greg didn't want to come. Said he didn't want to sit in some Ponzi jewellers. Said there was no point in him being there. I'd have had what I wanted no matter what he thought. He was right, wasn't he?
Mum.
I never really asked him what he wanted. I was always pushing him and nagging him, and it was always what I wanted. I was never satisfied.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. And that's why we ended up here. And if we hadn't have moved here, he wouldn't have been working on that club.
Mum, you can't talk like that. Come on, leave these dishes. I'll put the kettle on. Come on.
I've left the van door open.
Well, I'll do it. Come on.
That was our Leo.
You made up he rang?
Yeah. Look,
Nick, I just want to say I'm sorry for being a narc. I just don't want you to make the wrong decisions. I mean, I know how much you put into that business. And if I'm being totally honest, I'm being selfish as well.
Look, Sin, I don't need to worry about work or money or anything. I'm not about to throw you out onto the street. You're part of this family. And like I've said to you before, family should be there for each other.
All right?
Thanks, love. It's good of Alec to take the kids into town, wasn't it? So we can have some time alone.
If I know all that, it'll be the last time he offers. Should we order some food?
Yeah, in a wee minute. Should we just sit and relax for a while first?
No, I was really proud when you went to accept that award. Not that I haven't always been proud of you.
Yeah, I think it was the first time I've been really proud of me. Not for getting the certificate or for sticking at it, but for having the belief that I could do it, you know, that I could learn to read. I can't understand now why I didn't do it before.
You were always so busy.
I didn't even take that much time. No, I think I was too frightened, Joey. Too scared of trying and failing.
So what are you going to do next?
Keep going. I've still got a long way to go. Maybe I'll start reading the kids their bedtime stories.
Matt's gonna love that.
I don't know. Help Kelly with her homework and start to enjoy the freedom of not relying on people to read things for me.
I thought my eyes were deceiving me. Have you been sitting here all afternoon?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. You're soft or what? You should be out getting a job.
Yes, Jack, I am soft. I'm not a proper father. I've let our Lindsay down. She's lying there, black and blue, and I can't do a thing about it.
What are you going on about?
I should have been there for her.
It's no good feeling sorry for yourself. I feel awful about what's happened to our Lindsay, but I'm not in here drowning my sorrows, am I? I can't afford such luxuries. I'm over there earning the money to pay for that. Jimmy, you're not an awful father. You're just an awful husband. Now, will you go and get Wills and get yourself home? Or you'll really have something to feel sorry about.
Hiya, how are you?
All right.
How's your mum?
She's much better, thanks. She's getting her head together. She started sorting out all my dad's accounts. Actually, she's going to be sending you an invoice for the time my dad spent all night, working on the club.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was the night before he went on holiday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember now.
Good. For a second there, I thought you might have been trying to cover up for Susanna. Thought you might have been in some hotel in Southport with me dad.
Feel so vulnerable. No. No, it's me who's vulnerable.
What?
I wasn't beaten up by a burglar. It was Callum Finnegan. He followed me into your house. It's me who he's after.
What?
You don't want to know all the details. Basically, I did one stupid thing which led to another.
Oh, Lindsay.
I've been so stupid. I put myself at risk and maybe everybody you will love. I never thought of the consequences until it was too late. I'm gonna pay for it. I mean, look at me. I mean, look at what he's done to me. He won't stop here. He won't stop until I'm dead.
You don't think it was him who was responsible for the explosion?
I know how hard this is for you, but we've got to make sure she doesn't find out.
I suppose I should just come straight out with it. I'm a deviant.
You feeling nervous about meeting the in-laws?
Yeah, you could say that.
All right, love.
You scared the life out of me then.
Every day I wake up panicking about what else is going to turn up. I've already had to lie about the mobile bill, the hotel, and now I'm trying to cover up the fact that he wasn't at the club when he said he was.
What's that?
My mum was looking for his job book the other day. She wants to invoice the club for all the work he hadn't been paid for. Well, she was going on about when he was working through the night. Well, that was the night he was at the hotel with her.
Oh, look, love. I know how hard this is for you, but we've got to make sure she doesn't find out.
I know that, but I don't think we're going to be able to keep it a secret forever. Nan, I hate him. I really hate him.
Oh, love, you don't mean that.
I do. How could he do this to us?
She's just a bit upset.
Come on, love. You let it all out. You let it all out.
all I'm waiting for is the doctor to give me the final checks, and I'm on my own.
Oh, don't worry, you won't be on your own. Your mother was up at the crack of dawn, getting the extension all ready for you.
What do you mean?
Well, we both thought it would be best if you stay with us for a few weeks.
I can't stay at yours.
Why not?
Because of Callum. He'd be on my back the minute he hears I've been discharged.
Not necessarily.
Oh, come on, Dad, get real.
Love, you're not gonna like this.
Like what?
I saw Callum. Well, he's been hanging around all the time, so I went over and had a word with him.
Well, you shouldn't have gone anywhere near him.
Look, love, this has got to be sorted once and for all. I can't stand seeing you like this.
What have you done?
I've done the only thing I could do. I've promised him I would talk to you and try and convince you to give up the club.
You what?
Well, as far as he's concerned, it's his anyway. If it wasn't for that money...
How dare you think you can go making deals behind my back, eh? Who do you think you are?
It's for your own sake.
I think I'll be the judge of that, because this has got absolutely nothing to do with you.
Oh, hasn't it now?
No, it hasn't. Look, I know you're only trying to help, but don't bother in future, because this is my problem, and I'll sort it out myself. Do you hear me?
Thank you. Hi. Do you know, when Katie got that job, I was really hoping it'd be the making of her, that she'd find herself a nice solicitor or barrister and settle down.
I don't think Katie thinks too highly of us lawyers.
Trusted to end up copping off with one of the clients, though.
Her and Ryan's still going strong, then?
Yeah, unfortunately. He's asked her to go to Ireland with him to visit their Luke. I really wish she hadn't got involved with that lot. She's always had bad taste in men.
Oh, and what makes you so sure you've got good taste?
Well, at least I'm not going out with some scally no-hover.
And how can you be absolutely certain of that?
Well, I can't, not unless you've got something to tell me.
Ah, looks like someone's been busy.
Yep, I wanted to get into town early, beat the Saturday afternoon rush, get a new outfit for tomorrow.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that is gorgeous.
Do you think?
Yeah, it'll look lovely, that.
Your mum and dad are going to be in for a bit of a shock when they find out that me and Darren are an item.
I think they'll be relieved if Mark's behaviour at the last Barbie was anything to go by.
Why, what did he do?
Got absolutely paralytic and ended up making a right prat of himself.
He always was a bit of a liability after a couple of drinks.
Have you heard anything from him?
No, it's a miracle. Nothing for almost 2 weeks. Wish I'd thrown my wedding ring at him earlier. Well, let's hope the message is finally beginning to get through to him.
Well, if it hasn't now, it never will.
I'm just going for a coffee. Anyone want one?
Oh, I wouldn't say no.
Lindsay?
Not for me.
Won't be long.
I can't stop thinking about what you told me. It's absolutely horrific.
Yeah, well, we all know what Callum's capable of.
You're living proof of that. What are you going to do?
I honestly don't know.
But you told me. You said you thought he was capable of killing you. Oh, why aren't you rushing straight round to the police?
I can't.
Why not?
Because things are bad enough as they are. I can't afford to wind him up anymore.
What have you got to lose?
Apart from my life, you mean?
Lindsay, you don't think it was him who was responsible for the explosion?
Oh, God, no.
Well, why not?
Because even he wouldn't go that far. It's not his style. He might want to kill me, but he wouldn't kill his own family. And they were in there, remember? Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. How are you doing?
Oh, still feeling delicate. All I want to do is to be with Emma and Harry.
Have you seen them today?
Lisa brought them in this morning. But she was telling me she's got to go away on some conference or other next week in Barcelona.
She gets about, doesn't she?
She always was a bit of a jet setter.
So, what are you going to do about the kids?
Well, my mother's offered to have them, but she's the last person I'd trust.
Why not? Is she old?
Oh, no. She's an alcoholic and a chain smoker. I can just see her feeding them gin and tonic in one hand and a burning fag in the other. Smoked rusks.
Well, what about Katrina?
I'm not sure she'd be feeling up to it.
Well, there's only one way to find out. I wouldn't be surprised if she'd be glad. Something to take her mind off everything.
I just hate having to rely on people like this.
There you go, love.
Oh, thanks.
Sure you don't want one, Lindsay?
Positive.
Ready? Oh, I should be getting back. James, Ward 3X, please. Try and come and see me before you go home.
If the doctor ever turns up.
I'm sure he will. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. She's looking better.
She's lucky to be alive. And is you expecting me to hand over half my business to the person who put it in here?
What did you expect me to do? Who knows what Callum is planning next?
I don't care what he's planning. But I know one thing for certain. I'd rather kill myself than give in to him.
You're lucky to be alive. Can't you see it's time to admit defeat?
Hi. How are you?
It was really vivid. I mean, the house didn't have a roof or anything, but we were still living there anyway. Greg just kept saying, "See, I told you I'd build you your dream house one day." I was fuming. So it's not much of a dream house without a roof, is it?
Sounds like me, Dad.
And then we went to bed, looking up at the sky. And Greg put his arm around me and said, "We'll finish it off eventually. But in the meantime, let's just enjoy lying here and looking up at the stars." All I could think of was, if it rains, I'm gonna get drenched. And then I woke up on my own, looking up at the horrible Arctic ceiling. And I didn't want it to be there. I wanted to be with Greg and Jason in that stupid dream house that he always said he'd build for us.
Just remember, love, nobody can take your dreams away from you. You'll always have them. Shall I get that?
Well, I'm glad that somebody's organised. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to wear yet.
This is a barbecue, not a fashion show.
I know, I just want to make a good impression, that's all.
You feeling nervous about meeting the in-laws?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, don't worry, they're really nice. Not at all like Nathan.
That's enough, thank you.
Oh, did Dara mention that he's on call Sunday morning?
He's always on call, him.
I know, bless him.
Oh, it's not a problem. I wasn't planning to set off until lunchtime anyway.
Believe it or not, he's actually got a few days off next week. We thought we'd extend the weekend.
Have you got anything planned?
Just to get away, anywhere, spend some time by ourselves.
Your mum and dad do know that I'm coming, don't they?
Of course they do.
Well, I wish you'd tell me more about them. I don't know what to expect, and you haven't even shown me any photos.
There's one thing that all parents have in common.
What's that?
Their capacity to completely and utterly embarrass their children.
Hey, I am sure they can't be more embarrassing than my dad.
We'll see.
That was the coroner.
And?
They're going to release Greg's body. At last we'll be able to give him the proper send-off he deserves.
Look, I know that you're obsessed with me, but there's really no need to follow me to the toilets.
You know, I'm just a puppy dog, really.
Oh, that's not what I hear from Katie.
No, well, she only sees me in work mode.
Well, maybe if I was in her shoes, I'd hate your guts as well. I wish you'd lighten up with her.
Well, maybe I should explain. If it wasn't for my girlfriend having the sex drive of a rabbit on Viagra, then maybe I wouldn't be so grouchy in the mornings.
Shh, someone might hear you.
I'm just saying it's all your fault, really. You drained the life out of me.
Funny, but I've never heard you complaining before.
Who said I was complaining?
Do you mind?
Not at all.
Yeah, well, I've got the reputation for being a cold bitch. I wouldn't want any of the staff seeing that I'm human after all.
Well, I rest my case.
You are?
Well, we both like to treat our employees with a professional distance. You should remember that before you start lecturing me on Katie.
You've always got to have the last word, haven't you?
Yes.
Right, well, I'm going down. Vic will be wondering what's happened to us. Pity there aren't any cold showers up there. I think you could do with one.
Only if you got in with me.
Now you're pushing it.
What scared your dad off, have I?
I couldn't care less if you have. He's not in my good books at the moment.
Why is that?
It's a long story.
I bet you can't wait to get out.
Yes and no. A bit nervous, to be honest. No one who ever did this is still out there.
Well, that's hardly surprising.
Mum and Dad want me to go and stay at theirs. I'm not so sure. I don't really fancy the idea of being back on that close.
Have you got anywhere else you could go?
Well, not really. It's not that simple. There's Kylie as well.
I know you probably wouldn't want to, but you're more than welcome to stay at mine for a couple of weeks. Just until you're ready to face going home.
That's very good of you, but we hardly know each other.
You let me crash at yours the other week. You could just see it as me returning the favour.
Well, it's hardly the same, is it?
Why not? You said yourself you don't fancy the idea of going home.
Oh, I couldn't put you out like that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair.
You wouldn't be putting me out. I've got a spare room and I'm hardly there most days. You'd have to place to yourselves.
Oh, if you're sure you wouldn't mind.
Well, I wouldn't have suggested it otherwise.
Well, in that case, it's an offer too good to refuse.
Good.
Oh, you're early.
Oh, pretty
forgive me for having a few hours off to come see Dorothy.
All right. I wasn't being funny.
I just think it's a bit rich, isn't it? You asking me why I'm off when you haven't lifted a finger since you lost your job.
Hey, come on, that's not fair.
Oh, isn't it? Well, I haven't stopped today, you know, Jimmy. What have you been doing? Sat there reading the paper like you haven't got a care in the wind.
No, I've been keeping our Lindsay company. Look, can we just drop all this for one day? Surely the most important thing is that eventually going to let her out of here.
How come you sitting over there reading the paper then if you're supposed to be keeping her company?
Well, she's got a mate in there with her, hasn't she? I just thought I'd let them have a bit of a gap, that's all.
What, mate?
I don't know. What's her name? Shelley. We met her the other day, didn't we?
Any word on what time they're letting her go then?
No, she's been waiting all day for a doctor to give her the all clear.
Well, you know what these professional types are like, don't you? They don't rush for anyone. Just look at the police. I mean, that animal could be out there attacking other people, and what are they doing about it, say? They haven't even got anyone for what happens at the club, yes, have they? Callie can be a right little pain when she wants to be, and I'm no better sometimes.
Oh, stop worrying. It's not like you're going to be moving in forever, just until you're ready to face going home.
I can't thank you enough.
Look, I hate having to do this, but there's probably something I should tell you first.
What?
I mean, you may already know anyway. I'm never sure. But I wouldn't want you agreeing to stay with me and then feeling all paranoid, thinking I had some hidden agenda all along. Some people are still so hung up.
Hung up about what?
Oh, I suppose I should just come straight out with it. I'm a deviant.
A what?
I'm gay. Lesbian, child of Satan, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, right.
I know there are no obvious signs. No donkey jackets, short back and sides, and my name's not Terry or Sam like the ones on the telly.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I suppose a part of me might have suspected. I hadn't given it much thought, really.
See, that's the awful thing about being gay. You become friends with someone, and then you reach a point where you know you're going to have to announce your sexuality. It's not fair. Straight people don't go around telling everyone, oh, by the way, I'm heterosexual.
Well, I'm glad you've told me.
So, the million-dollar question. Do you still want to stay with me now that you know?
Oh, hiya, Mum.
Hi, love.
Have you met Shelley?
Yeah. Hiya, you okay, love?
Oh, not too bad.
That doctor's still not been in?
No. I'm ready to go. I've got everything packed.
Well, you'll be home soon. I've got the extension all ready for you.
Oh, right.
I don't want any arguments, you know. You're coming back with us. There is no way I'm letting you and Kylie go next door on your own.
Look, that's really nice of you, Mum, but... Well, the thing is, I've already made other plans.
What plans?
I'm going to stay with Shelley.
You two are a bad influence.
That's only a bit of cake.
A moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips.
Do you think they might be a bit weird with me?
Who?
Who do you think? Your mum and dad?
Oh, why should they be?
Well, it's not long since you got divorced. What are they going to think about you turning up with someone else?
Oh, they'll just have to accept it, won't they?
What did they get on with this Sarah one?
Yes, they thought the world of her, actually.
Great.
I don't think that's quite what Jackie wanted to hear.
Oh, it's just the way they are. They're very conventional. They probably thought that we didn't try hard enough to make it work.
Oh, well, they're really going to love me then, aren't they?
This is ridiculous. I'll still be here next week at this rate.
Shall I try and find out what's going on?
I don't know if it'll do any good.
I'll have a word with the nurse.
No, it's okay. I don't mind going.
She's very full of herself, isn't she?
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I don't know, just something about her. She's got too much to say for herself, if you ask me.
She's dead nice. You've hardly even spoken to her.
And you've hardly known her for 5 minutes yourself. What do you think you're playing at, taking our Kylie back to stay with a complete stranger, Lindsay? Don't you think she's had enough to cope with?
Look, Mum, don't take it personally.
Do you know, I was up at 7:30 this morning, putting clean sheets on your bed, hoovering, spraying the air freshener, making this all lovely for you.
And I really appreciate that, Mum. But this isn't about you or me dad. I just don't feel ready to go back to the close yet.
Well, you're going to have to face it one day, love.
I know, and I will, but not right now. I've made up my mind. And it's only going to be a couple of weeks. It's not like I'm emigrating or something. Look, I need to go to the loo. If the doctor comes, don't let him go.
Marvellous. She'd rather be with a complete stranger than her own mum and dad. Well, what's that saying?
She's a grown woman. She can do what she wants.
Here's me going out of my way to look after her, and what thanks to her, guess?
Well, like she said, don't take it personally.
Why not? You give me one good reason why she can't come and stay with us.
Can't tell you how much I've prayed for this.
I wonder if that means the police have given up looking for anyone.
Oh, I shouldn't think so. The woman on the phone couldn't tell me very much.
Probably because she knows there's a chance whoever was responsible, they'll never be brought to justice.
Let's just be grateful we can get in Betty's at last, eh? You're all right, Mum?
Yeah, I think so.
Did they say when?
Next week.
Does that mean we can start on all the funeral arrangements and everything?
Wonder how our Em will react.
I'm sure she'll be fine. I'll have a word with her when she gets home from school, if you like.
She couldn't even bring herself to go to our Jason's.
Well, if she doesn't want to go, we'll just have to accept it. I mean, we can't force her to do something she doesn't want to do.
I'm just worried she'll grow up to regret it. Missing the chance to say her final goodbyes.
I suppose everyone has their own way of dealing with things.
I think we should bring him home.
You are?
I'm sure it's what he would have wanted. All his family round him.
Having a coffin in the house, you mean?
I don't know about you, but I'd like the chance to spend a bit more time with him before we finally lay him to rest.
Do you know what, Jess? I think I'd like that.
Oh, thanks, Doctor. Well, at last, let's get out of here.
I'll take these out to the nurses. They can pass them on to someone else.
That's a great idea. Thanks, Shelley.
Lindsay, sure you're doing the right thing. Won't you change your mind and come out with us?
Look, I'm really happy that you want me to stay at yours, but I just feel I need a proper break.
You'll have a proper break with us, love. Will you tell her, Jimmy?
We can't force her, love.
All right. May as well go home then. Looks like this Shelley's got it all sorted.
Don't be like that, Mum.
Like what?
Well, mad at me because I want to stay at Shelley's.
I'm not mad with you, love. Like your dad says, I can't force you, can I? So when can I expect to hear from you again, then?
I'll ring you.
Oh, right. You ready?
Yeah.
Right, I'll see you when I see you. Tell Carly I said sure.
I will. Mum, I really appreciate everything you've done for me.
Don't mention it.
Right, I'll see you, love.
I feel terrible. But there's no way I can go back to yours.
So what are you gonna do? Stay on the run from Callum Finnegan forever? Let him win?
Like you wanted him to win by handing over half of the club?
No, that was different.
I'll face him when I get back, when I feel ready.
And what are you gonna do this time?
Oh, I don't know that, but I'll just have to think about it. But I know one thing. His luck can't last forever.
No. And neither can yours.
The coffin won't be open, will he?
No, of course not. It couldn't be after all this time.
Why can't we just go and pay our respects at the funeral parlour?
It's not the same. This is his home.
Oh, Nick, you must admit it'd be lovely to have him under the same roof as us. Just for one more night.
But what about Emily? Because I don't reckon she'll be able to cope.
We'll talk to her. Explain why we're doing it.
I think he's better explain it to me and all, because I can't get my head round all this.
Your mum understands how I feel. She's lost her only son as well. You see, you never think that your children are going to go before you. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
But I still don't see why we should bring him back here.
Because none of us got the chance to say a proper goodbye. And if I've got the chance now to spend just a little bit more time with him, feel near to him, I can't let it pass me by. Surely you can understand that.
I just feel like it's really morbid, that's all. I mean, having a dead body in the house.
Death's nothing to be frightened of.
Your nan's right, love. It's gonna come to us all one day.
Thanks, Mum. That's really cheered me up.
Do you fancy a quiet night in later? Watch a video?
I can't. I've got loads of stores out at the club. Oh no, forget it. I'd rather have a quiet night in. It can wait. Save ourselves for tomorrow.
It sounds like a good idea if the last barbecue's anything to go by. I seem to recall nursing a hangover for a week.
Well, at least you and Darren will have a few days to recover.
Well, I don't think I'll be drinking. I do not want to go making a show of myself.
Why are you getting so wound up? Nathan's parents are really nice. They don't bite.
I really do think you're worrying unnecessarily.
I just want them to like me, that's all.
And there's absolutely no reason why they won't.
Hi, Suzanne. Finally letting you out then.
Yep, back to reality, eh?
I've just been up to your ward to see Terrell.
Oh, I've been buying all magazines. I must have read absolutely everything in that little shop. I'm so bored of even being driven to buy a puzzle book.
How are you feeling?
Ooh, delicate. Just as well I've got my personal chauffeur.
Hey, don't be letting her take advantage of you. Don't know what she's like. Any news on when they're going to let you home?
It's going to be another week at least, they say.
It'll fly over. Hey, we'll be thinking about you.
I suppose I should let you go. Sure you'll be all right?
Yep. At least I haven't got to go back to the close. That's one good thing.
I'm kidnapping her.
Yeah, me and Kylie are going to stay at Shelley's for a couple of weeks. Don't fancy going home straight away. I'd be a nervous wreck looking over my shoulder every 5 minutes.
Well, at least you won't get any unwanted visitors there, will you?
Let's hope not, eh?
Well, take care.
Yeah, don't worry. I intend to keep a very low profile.
I think that's wise.
I'll make sure she doesn't overdo things.
Right, so you take care, Susanna, and don't be getting too down. You'll be out of here before you know it.
Oh, I hope so.
Right, see ya.
Bye. Oh, well, home, James.
See
you later. Bye. Can't believe what a state she's in about this barbecue.
I know.
What exactly have you told her?
Well, it's a Barbie. What else is there to tell?
You not told her what to expect?
No, why should I?
She's going to be in for a bit of a shock. You should warn her.
We shall see for herself tomorrow.
I think you're being really mean. If I were her, I'd be absolutely furious.
Why?
Because she's about to find out that the person she's been going out with for the last couple of months is a complete fraud.
Is this some kind of wind-up?
No, this is home.
You're built like vultures, only after what you can get.
I think you're wonderful. I've loved you as long as I've known you.
Darren, I don't know what to say.
Next tonight, will Chandler get the last laugh, or is the joke on him? Friends get full wide for comedy.
Ready for the off then, are we?
Just waiting for Jackie. Nathan's panicking we're late.
Just talking to Mick, the chippy guy. It looks like they're hatching some secret plot.
Well, it's not exactly a secret anymore. There's a property developer interested in the parade. He seems very keen on buying up a lot of the stuff around here, including the flats.
Not another new landlord. Just when we got Jackie trained.
What time are your mum and dad expecting us?
2.
I got plenty of time.
Have you given Jackie any clues about what to expect?
Coward.
I just want it to be a surprise, that's all.
Shock, you mean?
Hi, Mum. Got the paper. Are you all right? Yeah, okay. The undertakers have just been on the phone. They want to know if it's okay to bring your dad's body home on Wednesday. I said it'd be okay. We've waited for him long enough, haven't we? Oh, come on. Come on. It's just hit me. I mean, it's real, isn't it? It's not just some bad dreams. Sorry. I'm sorry for being so stupid. Of course you're not. No, look, we've got to get ourselves organised. Want everything ready. Show people that we're okay. Show people that we're coming to terms. Hey? Yeah.
Where are we?
It saves parking problems. It's a shortcut through to the estate.
A house and a state house here.
Greenfield sites. Big trend back in the 70s.
Come on, let's go.
We always park here. The kids on the estate are wild and have the tyres off before parking at the house.
Yes. What do people need most of all at this point in history?
Free money shops. Places where they just give it away.
Someone to kill the Millennium Bug for them. Why can't that be us? Millennium Bug Busters.
No one with a computer's gonna trust us too.
There's a germ of an idea there, though.
Oh, careful.
Oh, are you sure about this? Joyriders off the estate.
Made a right mess of it.
There is something going on here.
We're almost there.
Doesn't feel right putting it for sale, does it?
It's only a van, love. No matter how much it reminds us of you.
I know. Just sad, isn't it?
Right, come on. Let's make a start.
I know it sounds heartless, but we'll have to get rid of most of it, won't we?
I'll see what else we can do, love.
What are you doing?
We're getting the van cleaned out.
What for?
Well, we thought it was time we were thinking of selling it.
You can't sell me Dad's van.
That's no use to us just sitting here, love.
Why didn't I get a say in this?
We've only just probably decided.
I'm part of this family and all, you know. Or at least I'm supposed to be.
Do you want me to tell her what the Undertaker said?
No, I'll tell her. I'll have to pick me moment, though.
How much further?
Well, it's just down here. Through the trees, and here we are.
Is this a hotel or something?
No, not exactly.
Welcome to Caddington Hall.
It's huge. How many acres?
Oh, too many to manage, too few to get a decent return on.
But biggish all the same.
Biggish would cover it.
Is this some kind of wind-up?
No, this is home. Come on, let's go and find Mum and Dad.
I don't see why we have to sell everything and my dad's off so quick.
We're just being practical, love.
But it's like we're wiping out all the memories of him.
You know what your dad would say if he was here now? That van was out there, doing no good to anyone. He'd want us to sell it.
I know, but I'm used to seeing it there, outside the house. It's like a big reminder of both of them.
I appreciate that. But we have to accept that neither of them are here anymore. We don't need the van.
I suppose we'll be selling the clothes off next, though, won't we?
No, we won't.
Then there'll be nothing left of them. You're both like vultures, only after what you can get.
Have you told her about the Undertakers?
I haven't quite found the moment yet.
Why didn't you tell me that your family lives somewhere like this?
Well, some people get put off by all of this. I wasn't sure you'd approve.
Hey, I'm with a few bob myself, remember?
It's not so much the money, it's the whole landed gentry bit that tends to get in the way. Well, school was okay, but when I went up to Liverpool University, well, most people don't mean to let it get in the way, but it does. Then there were the obvious socialist missionaries up there. So I hide it now. I want people to get to know me first and worry about my background later.
I wouldn't have been like that. Well, OK, but you could have told me who your parents were before we came.
Well, they're just my mum and dad, like anyone else's.
Oh, yeah, Lord and Lady Mum and Dad. I am terrified.
Yeah, same as me when I met your father for the first time. Mum, Dad, hi.
Darling.
This is Jackie. Jackie, my parents, Robin and Hilary.
Delighted to have you here.
Nice to meet you. Jackie, it's lovely to meet you.
So you're the young lady who works for Nathan?
No.
That's a friend of mine, Katie.
Jackie runs the bar just below our flat.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Sounds very convenient. You must meet a lot of interesting people.
Oh, you do. All kinds. Even solicitors.
Oh, God. They get everywhere, don't they?
Now, you two, don't start that just yet. You might at least wait until after supper. Have you brought the Three Musketeers with you?
Just Darren and Victoria, somewhere.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Now, Nathan, you've got to get Jackie a drink. I'm going off to say hello.
Right, I'll go off and see if I can find a glass of something cold.
Jackie, we're going to get to know each other much better later, but meanwhile, very pleased you could come.
So, it's a lovely place that you've got here.
So we call ourselves bug busters, right? Brookie bug busters.
And we tell people that we're coming to check their appliances, anything with a computer chip in it. We charge them £5 for each appliance. And we test it to see if it'll survive a millennium meltdown.
How do we test them?
We don't really test them, we just take them apart and fiddle about a bit, tell them it's sorted. We'll have to research the market, though.
My nan, she's got a washing machine, an iron, a toaster, all kinds.
She sounds perfect. What are we waiting for?
And she's got a microwave that'll have chips in.
Sound, I'm starving. I could do with some chips.
He's never been keen on the idea of inherited titles and the like. Got much worse when he went off to university, of course.
That's what happened to my brother at uni. He met with a much wider social mix than before. Mind you, he was only set to inherit my father's mobile shop at the time.
Mobile shop?
Yeah, at that time, I mean, he runs his own business now.
Mind you to rebel against something that's never going to affect them anyway.
Sorry?
Well, Nathan might go on a bit about being against inheriting all this. But it's his elder brother who'll get the title, you know, not him.
Oh, right. He hasn't said.
So what do you think of it all? The Lords and all that?
Well, I don't know, really.
Oh, nonsense. You must have a view.
Well,
You think Jackie's coping?
She manages a bar. She can talk to anyone.
Yeah, but Lord Cuddington.
She'll be fine. Here's to us.
To us.
Perfect day. Time together. Nice place. It's hard to beat.
Yeah, we need Nance for Mark to turn up and spoil it.
He'd better not.
You remember that time that he interrupted us?
I still get the muscle spasms.
Well, I was thinking with all this woodland around, we could go for a walk. Finish off what we started. Sorry, I'm going to go and see if Jackie needs rescuing. Tell Nathan he's cruel leaving her alone like that. Thought I'd better come say hello.
Oh, pity. We were just getting on to the abolition of the Lords.
She's wonderful, isn't she?
Give it a rest.
Deborah, you made it after all.
Bit of a struggle.
You look well. Any nice young men in tow?
No one special. I'm still looking.
A stiff neck, Nick?
No, just a bit of a pain in it. I've shown you this view of the house before.
And I think you're just being polite.
I'm not, and it's not just a feminist thing.
Yeah, you can keep all this. Just don't expect to have a say in how we run our lives.
Well, what about having a say in how not to ruin your lives? Isn't it about balance?
Well, it's a bit like running a shop, isn't it? I mean, who checks out that the scales are accurate?
Yes, well, right then. I better get back on mingling duty. Lovely to see you again, Vicky. Barbecue's ready any time now. Hope you brought your appetites with you.
Looking forward to it.
You don't think I'll obsess him, do you?
No. Peasant baiting runs in the family. He'd enjoy the chase, a bit like Nathan.
I'm going to kill him for leaving me on my own.
Nathan's definitely around here somewhere. And I know he'll be very pleased to see you.
I'll go and find him, don't worry.
Are we hiding from someone?
No, not at all. Doc, is there a name for this new medical condition that you seem to be hatching?
I'm sorry?
All this sighing and puppy dog eyes. I'm beginning to get worried about you. You look like you've been struck down by a terrible dose of lovesickness.
You know?
Look, I'm not sure if I should ask this, but, is there any cure?
Oh, I think so. I'm going to have to ask Vic to marry me.
Getting on well, eh? Dad'll be amazed when he comes home and sees how clean it is.
You what? What did I say?
when my dad comes home.
Why did I say that?
Dunno. Probably just out of habit.
That's awful. I can't go around saying things like that. People will think I've lost my marbles.
No, they won't.
Oh, I feel terrible now.
Don't. Just shows how much he meant to you. Hey, do you remember when we were little, my dad used to give us a quid for washing this van?
Yeah. Anything to keep you busy on a Sunday morning. I was going to make a start on this yesterday. Just didn't have the heart.
I thought I'd just get on with it. Mick said hello on his way home before. He said to let him know if there's anything he can do for us.
That's good of him. Has he had any word from Jerome and the lads in the UK?
He spoke to Leo on his 18th. Sound like they're having a good time.
Bet you do. 3 young lads like that.
They'll be hanging around with all the service, I suppose.
You missing Jerome?
Yeah. I spoke to him a few times, though.
You're starting here. All needs clearing out.
Hey, I was going to do that in a minute.
No, I'll do it. Keep me busy. Has Mick had any word on who wrecked his shop yet?
Oh, nothing by the sound of it.
Must be playing havoc with his business.
Oh, big style. By the sound of it, he might have to close the place down for good.
Can't let a gang of racists wreck his business.
Well, that's what I told him. He said he was just being realistic.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, look at this. Filing wasn't your dad's strong point, was it? Look, 2 invoices for over £200. Oh, remember that money that your dad was earning from the Millennium Club? Did you ever find out how much it was?
Yeah. I spoke to Jackie Dixon about it. She said she'd check the hours and sort it all out for us. You know, save us the hassle.
Oh, well, some people got to take. You are. I'm not up to this. I should be in the house talking to our Emily, shouldn't I? I'm just putting it off. I mean, she was upset enough with our Jason getting cremated. Can't imagine what she's going to be like with your dad's body in the house.
She's bound to be all over the place at the moment. She'll come round to the idea, though.
I hope so.
Why don't we tell her together, eh?
So, on the legal front, once she gets this divorce with Mark going, what length of time might we expect?
Oh, 5 or 6 months at least. That's if everything goes smoothly. Has she any idea you're about to pop the question?
I hope not. I want her to really take it by surprise.
It'll do that, I'm sure.
You know, we've both arranged to make this a long weekend. I'm wondering whether to wait until we're away together.
Well, it might be a good idea to see how it goes first. You don't want to blow it, do you? With Mark being such recent history, she might not be ready for such a heavy commitment yet.
You might see what kind of mood she's in today.
Darren? Softly, softly.
Hi, look at you.
Hi, Debs.
How are you? You look really well.
Great, really good. You here with Anthony?
You have been away for a while. Anthony's long gone out of my life.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that.
Nothing to be sorry about. Everyone knew he was a bore. Just took me a while to recognize the symptoms myself.
Vic. I was wondering. Well, I wanted to. No, ask you. Tell you how much I love you, that's all.
Oh, after only 1 glass of champagne as well.
I mean it. I think you're wonderful. I've loved you as long as I've known you. I just couldn't say it because of Mark.
Darren, I don't know what to say.
Hooray, he loves me.
I wasn't expecting you to be here. I'm really glad I came now.
Excuse me, can I just get past, please?
Oh, great, thanks. Would there be any chance of some nibbles? I completely forgot to eat this morning.
Sorry, Debs. Serious foot-in-mouth situation here. This is Jackie. Jackie's here with me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's no problem.
This is an old family friend of ours, Deborah Lawson.
All right, nice to meet you.
Sounds like times have changed. We always used to be introduced as childhood sweethearts.
All right. Funny thing growing up, isn't it? Leaving your past behind.
Absolutely. Listen, maybe I better say hello to your dad? I'll see you shortly. I hope you can forgive me, Jackie.
It's no problem, honest. Oh.
Childhood sweethearts, eh?
Look, we grew up playing together. She was just the girl from next door.
Oh, what's that? The castle next door? Where you now? What are you doing? Someone's got to look after your dad's stuff. You can't keep everything down. Yeah, well, I'm keeping these. I can't believe it, Nick. It's like I'm the only one who ever cares about him. It's like everyone's trying to pretend that he didn't even exist.
No, we're not, we would never, ever forget your dad. Regardless of what we keep or we get rid of.
I suppose you're going to make me get rid of these now, aren't you?
No, we won't. Of course we won't. You can keep whatever you like. Your dad would be really proud of you taking good care of his kid like this. We had some good news about him this morning.
How could there be any good news?
Well, the coroners have released his body. He's at the undertaker's now, and we can have a funeral for him on Thursday. And he phoned up before. We can have him home. Well, if we like till then.
I'm not going to have a coffin in the house, are we?
Well, why not?
It'd be dead weird. Being in the same house as my own dad's dead body. It'd be dead spooky.
It won't be. It was your nan's idea. Everybody used to do it, and it's not spooky. Oh, she said it was really peaceful and loving.
Well, she could say that, couldn't she? Because she doesn't have to live here.
30 quid? Yeah, including the tenner birthday money, though. Still, Brookie bug busters, eh? That's a market there, boss. If we can get paid a £5 just for checking a toaster...
That didn't even have any microchips in.
We can charge more for a computer.
Tenner, do you reckon?
20, maybe? Maybe even more?
Yes. We're on our way, lad.
No question. 2 new millennium millionaires coming right up.
So what do you think of the family seat? Was it everything you expected?
I had no idea. The way you were all being dead mysterious, I was thinking he must come from some little Corby Masoness or something.
Nathan, with an accent like that?
Well, I thought it might have all been a big put-on, and today was the day you get found out.
Hi. I'm so sorry about earlier.
Oh, easy mistake.
Anyway, I'm very sorry. Excuse me.
Ah, the delightful Deborah. We really like her, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Look, Jackie will think I've abandoned her.
No, she's fine. I've just seen her chatting to Deborah.
She's doing very well for herself, young Deborah. In chambers now, you know. She'll be a good catch for someone.
I think she's still carrying a torch for you.
Yes, well, that's not a fire that's going to burn very brightly in me, I'm afraid. Look, I'll see you in a little while.
Oh, that's a shame. We thought they were made for each other.
Oh, still time.
Oh, hello. Remembered you're still here, then?
Sorry about that. Family duty done.
I forgot to tell you my good news. Apparently, I'm going to be working in your neck of the woods soon. Some public inquiry or other about a proposed tram scheme.
Oh, right, yeah. I read something about that. Oh, might see you around, then.
Great. I'll be looking for a flat for a while as well, and Nathan said you ran a few cheap bed sets.
Well, I manage a range of accommodation. Might be able to find you something.
Great. I'll ring you, Nathan.
Sure. Bye.
Something to look forward to.
Now, who fancies a stroll around the walled garden?
You okay?
We can't just get rid of me dad's stuff like this, Nick. He used them every day. They're like part of him.
You're right, you know. I hadn't really thought about it. I mean, I've only thought about things like photos of him or his clothes. And Jason the same. Can I help you?
Of course, yeah. You know, Nick, every time I get a picture of him in my head, he's using one of these fixing something.
He always was, yeah. Do you remember? He used to wave round whenever he was using when he was angry. Like he was going to hit you with his hammer. I just thought I'd check and see if it was okay about me putting this in the van. Yeah, that should be okay. Won't it? I got Gosly to tell me how much to ask for. You two okay? Yeah, fine. We're just having a little chat. Oh, right. So I'll do this and then I'll start on the extension. Get it nice for your dad. I know it's painful, love, but I really do want him to come home on his last night.
Why did you have to die, Nick? Why our dad and not someone else's?
Oh, come on, babe.
Why does she want to bring him back here?
Because she loved him.
But what's he gonna look like lying there dead?
His coffin won't be open. It'll be all tucked up inside.
Just be dead scary.
No, it won't. You're making it sound like something else for a horror film. Just be our dad. Spend his last few hours with us. The people who he loved the most in the world.
So all we're gonna see is the coffin.
That's what my mum and Nan said.
Nicky, why can't everything be like it was? I don't want him to come home dead. I want to see him properly again. All smiles and messing about. Nicky, I don't think I can handle never seeing him alive again.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Nicky, I really don't want him to come home, Nick. I really don't.
You've got to try it. For my mum's sake, you've got to try. Oh.
Maybe it's about time you woke up out your own little world and realised you're not the only one who's lost a daddy, you know.
It's too late, Sin. I've sold the chippy.
Jackie, what would we have to call you if you marry Nathan?
His wife?
Next on 4, we're wild about snakes in a new series that starts by tracking the most poisonous snake in the Americas. Stand by for O'Shea's Dangerous Reptiles.
They're gonna take it round the outside, or will they bring it through here?
I know it's hard, love. But facing this might help you face the funeral.
Funerals are stupid, they just make it worse.
It's not worse. It's just hard, that's all. This is a way of making it real, so that we can move on.
What do you want it to be real for?
Oh, poor kid. She's too young to understand all this.
Well, it makes perfect sense to me, Nan.
You know what I mean. Here, put this with your skirt.
Emily? Come on, we don't want to be hiding away from each other. My dad wouldn't want us all to be separated.
And how do you know what my dad would want? Do you think he'd want to be stuck in the extension in some box?
It's hard for us all, and you've got to stop and think of me mum and me nan.
Or stood around wearing this stupid stuff. I'm not going to the funeral and I don't want to see the coffin.
Emily, it won't be as bad as you think.
Yeah, I'll just straight through. Stick these in your room now. Your dad's things.
Thought they were only supposed to be gone for the weekend.
Too right. Only Cuddington could make a poxy Sunday barbecue last most of the week because it killed him. I had one client refuse to be cancelled, threatened that if I didn't fetch Nathan, she'd chain herself to me death.
Excellent.
Sounds a nightmare.
Hey, Jackie's going to be snowed under as well when she gets back. You pay the price for sagging off.
He sounds like a teacher.
Hey, you've got to be careful where teachers are involved. Do you hear why Jimmy Corker got the sack?
No, what?
Close encounters with female pupils.
Why, is that true?
Well, that's what I've heard.
Been raiding the piggy bank? Don't, I'm not paid till tomorrow. Spent up in Ireland at the weekend. What have you got? That's £1.32 minus a loaf of bread.
I'll get you a drink.
Are you sure? I'll have a tea, please, Mike.
Glad of some company. Gave up working in that little office and dragged the machine out there. Used it all very well, but the conversation's hopeless.
Oh, the wonder returns. I hope Nathan's not with her. I should be in work.
Oh, yeah?
Who survived the in-laws then? Thought you both fall in the barbecue.
We were having a nice time. His parents asked us to stay a bit longer.
Good weekend, I take it.
The in-laws abducted her. The in-laws weren't exactly what I'd imagined.
Go away, they were scally second-hand car dealers. Cuddington's crappy cars.
Not even close.
60s hippies with a free range little farm.
The Sir Eric and Dame Huntington Smythe Cuddington, close personal friends of the Greek royal family.
Lord and Lady Cuddington, actually.
Lord?
You are joking. No, Nathan's dad is a viscount, a stately home, servants, the works. A stately home? God, Jackie, what did you wear? I've gone mad. I just wish he's warned me. I mean, I didn't see it coming at all. But I'm glad Dad and Victoria were there, though, but it could have been a lot worse, especially when I met Deborah, childhood sweetheart from hell.
Nathan's childhood sweetheart?
Oh, you'll meet her. She's coming up for some inquiry or other.
Oh, great. More of them. That's all I need. So I bet you were furious with Nathan.
Well, it wasn't that bad after a while. Some of us just suit being waited on. Mike, get us a coffee in the office.
Yes, my lady.
Aye, sir.
Hello.
What's with you?
Well, nothing. I'm just, well, wasn't really.
Well, what's with the window shopping?
What?
The window, gawping.
Oh, I'm looking for Rach.
Well, why don't you just go in?
Why do I have to justify myself every time? I don't feel like going in.
All right. I'm only asking, Knock.
Oh, sorry, mate. I don't mean to get at you. It's just I don't feel like being around people at the moment. It's too much like hard work.
Don't be soft.
It's not like you saying soft. I nearly got chinned in the garage this morning.
Chinned?
Yeah. I'm standing there. Next thing I feel, I'll be shoving me back. I turn round. There's a fella standing there giving it all that. Move, you. I didn't know he was there. I couldn't hear him. Must have been there for about 10 minutes. Must have thought I was really ignorant.
Right, you, come on. You're having a bevy with me. You, now, in there, bevy with me. That one loud and clear, didn't you?
It's not a bad time, is it? If I sat in the house any longer, I'd be climbing the walls. I'm glad to guess he's on his kids back. Are you still looking after the kids?
Yeah, from the weekend.
Well, I know it's weird. I mean, I'm not too sure about it myself. Hiya, Tree, love. Is there anything I can help you with?
No.
Thanks.
She'll let anybody do anything. I mean, if she stops, then she'll have time to think. And it's not like it's all going to be over and done with tomorrow after the funeral. There's still the inquest. She'll be off the wall. That's why I wanted the kids back. It keeps me occupied. I phoned to go over and see them. Lisa sounded wrecked. She probably hasn't slept since he got there.
Supposed to be better off with his dad.
Last night I got it in my head that I should have some...
Some what?
Some of his ashes to scatter somewhere. A park, maybe. Somewhere that I could go to that was kind of ours.
Oh, hi, Katrina. Emily won't come out. Will you have a chat with her again in a bit?
I'll let her hide if she wants to, Nan.
Car keys.
I haven't seen them. Oh, I've just had them. One of these glasses is cracked. I've got to take them back. Stupid keys. You must know where they are, Nick. Come on, think.
Isn't that them in your hand?
God's sake.
Oh, go with her, Nick.
I thought you wanted me to talk to our Emily. You go. Come on, Sheen.
I thought Farah's just got into your computer and ate your way. They do whatever they're programmed to do. I'll show you this one. And don't worry, I can take it off again.
Hello.
Whatever it is, we've got one.
We're just checking to see if your computer is MB1 and MB2 compliant.
If it's what?
Sorted for the Millennium bugs.
Bugs, plural.
You've only heard of one bug. It's lucky we came, boss. We can sort it out for MB2, the one that hardly anyone's even heard of.
I had heard a rumour about some other bugs. How much?
20 quid.
That all? For peace of mind? Come on, Katie, let's leave them to it.
Honest?
Of course. Just to warn you, I put a lot of hard work into that computer. Upgrading, defragging, installing. Anything goes wrong and it's 100 quid to get the engineer out.
No probs. You're up here fragging, safe with us.
What are you doing? Wait and see.
You were in the PTA, mate. What sort of thing might somebody be sacked for and not work the notice?
Sacked without notice? Have to be pretty serious. Some sort of gross misconduct. Why?
I was just wondering. Any news on the Torax? Did the chippy?
Nah. I know it was Josh and his clowns, but without evidence, they walk.
It's gonna take some putting back together.
Not my problem, Mike. I am officially, voluntarily unemployed.
So you're definitely getting rid of it then?
Sold. All that's left is to sign the place over and tell Sinbad and Tim that it's official, which I'm not looking forward to doing. Listen, has your Jackie sorted anything with the developer yet?
I don't know, to be honest, Mick, but she's in there.
All right, I'll go and have a word.
Listen, we're just concerned for you, mate, that's all.
Well, I can't go for a walk on my own, you know. I don't need babysitting. In fact, I'm going to the toilet. Is that all right with everybody?
He'll come round. We've just got to let him get on with it. Hey, listen, you got over to the Shadwicks?
Yeah, I got to pay our respects.
Their problems certainly put things into perspective, don't they?
Doesn't bear thinking about, Jimmy. Father and son like that. Jason wasn't much older than my Liam.
When's Leo back from Newquay?
Next week. Got to report to the police station.
Let's hope they don't charge him with anything. Listen, give us a shout when you're going out to the Shadwicks, will you? Seems everywhere you go, you walk into trouble.
Me nan is going off her head worrying where you've got to. And that's my suit, it's been dry cleaned.
Makes you feel even heavier, doesn't it? More miserable.
Maybe it's about time you woke up out your own little world and realised you're not the only one who's lost a daddy, you know.
But I was only saying. I mean, look at it.
You really hurt me, Mum, by not going to our Jason's funeral. And now you're going to do it all over again by not going to me dad's. And hiding here because of a coffin. I hate it too, you know, but at least I'm trying.
Why are you being horrible to me? I thought we were in this together.
Well, why am I doing all the work then?
Emily? Is she in there? Emily, love, you can't just go disappearing on us like this. Your mum will be home any minute. She's got enough to worry about.
Oh, that's what Emily wants, isn't it? Her own little drama.
Get lost.
Now look what you've done. Go after her.
No, I'll get her. You want me to look after all Emily because she's a kid? Look after me mum because she's going to bits. Then look after all my dad's secrets so no one finds out what he was really... Voice down. I'm 19 years old now. I've just lost my dad and my brother. Who's looking after me?
It's just that she got off before I could collar her.
It's lucky I have your word then, eh? I'd hate to think I didn't have any guarantee of getting the club.
Ah, yeah, well, the thing about that is, well, you already had a deal with Lindsay, didn't you? About her disappearing. Well, now she's got off, that's the deal settled with you and her, isn't it?
The rules about that little deal changed when you get involved. You are not going back on your word now, are you?
No. But the thing is...
That she might not accept your little proposition.
No, the thing is, it's not really for me.
It's because I'd hate to have to force her. She seems to dislike my methods of persuasion.
Persuasion? You mean beating her to within an inch of her life?
It is a skill calculating that inch. An art form. Not everyone can do it.
Look, the thing is...
You seem obsessed with this thing that is. For me, there are only two things. The club and Lindsay's life. Now, you work it out, but don't take too long about it. Give Lindsay my best. I miss her running around the place.
It just started happening.
What did?
All the letters, judging. Wow, look at it. It's Boss, like it's drunk or something. Shut up, Bosco. This is serious, man.
Too right, it's serious. Looks like it's eating all my files now. 100 quid that engineer will cost.
Look, we didn't do it. Honest. We let it off with the 20 quid.
Jackie will go mad. Go and get it for me, Casey, will you?
No, wait. How does 30 quid sound?
70 quid short.
It's all we've got. It's all we've earned so far.
Go on, do one, both of you. Oh, that was all their money. They'll probably blagged it off someone else. Anyway, you said you were skinned. Should be enough to cover a slap-up meal in here.
How'd that happen? I don't know, do I? She must have scammed us, but I don't know how she did it.
Scam. She scammed us.
I know. I hate that kind of thing. There should be a law against it. Next time, you're staying away from experts, all right?
There you are. I've been all over. Come on, let's go back. They'll be off their heads worrying about you.
Don't want to go back. They'll only make me go into the extension.
No one's going to make you do anything. But avoiding it won't make what's happened go away. It'll still have happened.
You don't understand. Nobody understands.
And explain it to me.
I don't know. It feels like I'm only just holding on. Like if I go into that extension, I'll just explode.
You might feel like that, but you won't.
How do you know?
I know, trust me. I felt it about Jason's ashes. I thought I'll see that urn and I'll just go to bits. I'll start crying. I'll never be able to stop, ever. But when I was actually faced with it, I didn't.
Maybe you're stronger than me.
I'm not. It's weird, but you cope. How you imagine you feel is never as bad as how you actually feel. You're not on your own. We'll all be there for you. And bit by bit, we'll start getting on with things.
Oh, but that's it, I don't want to get on with things. I can't stand seeing people doing ordinary stuff. I can't stand them laughing either. I feel like going up to them and saying, shut up, don't you know me dad and Jason are dead?
Please, come back with me. It won't be as hard as you'd imagine.
What if it's worse?
Mick, have you heard what I said?
I've heard, and it's not an option.
I know what you said about Leo and Jem, and I want to spend more time with them and stuff, but you're not going to be happy not working. I mean, I'm not just saying this to save me job, but I really think you'll regret it. And, you know, it's about money, really, isn't it? So I want to put some money in.
What money? What money?
I'm selling the house.
You're selling?
Yeah. I'm going to have a word with the Musgroves. Well, I want to take some control back. I mean, everything gets taken away from me, doesn't it? Well, you know, my house is down to me. And look, I know you've made your mind up. Well, let's just give it one more chance. I know we can make a go of it.
Look, son,
Have you seen our Emily? She's got off. She won't go near the coffin.
Is this a bad time to come over?
No, come in. Jessie's gone looking for her and Katrina. I just thought I'd come out and have a little look.
Can I have this sticky toffee pudding and some more wine, please?
Same for me, please.
Just go in the loo, won't be a sec.
You two are getting very pally, aren't you?
Yeah, well, and your best mate's upwardly mobile.
I am not disappearing. I've got a bar to run, remember? Well, for now, at least. Anyway, you haven't told me about your weekend. I've just gone on about mine. How was Ireland?
Oh, great. Luke's depressed, Ryan's depressed, and I get the job of cheering them both up.
Oh, what's up with Ryan?
Where do you want me to start?
Jackie, what would we have to call you if you marry Nathan?
His wife?
Yeah, but, I mean, what do you call the wife of the son of a Viscount? Dame.
Oh, shut up. You make me sound about 90.
If you told me that, I can't wait to see his face, you know.
No, and don't you say anything. Nathan has sworn me to secrecy.
Well, is there a title for the father of the wife of the son of a Viscount?
Give it a rest, Mike. Sounds like the court of King Caractacus.
I don't want to know what's in it for us if she turns into Lady Muck.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make sure to get you on my staff, because I wouldn't want to lose touch with the common people.
I'm staying put. Quite happy in Barbruchy, thank you very much.
Well, that makes one of us.
You're happy with Barbruchy, aren't you? I thought it was the club you wanted to get rid of.
If you could just go through, I want to check and see what our Emily is.
All right, Jimmy.
She okay?
Well, we both said no to a cup of tea.
I went up to mine, but there's no sign of her.
I better drive round, see if I can see her.
Hey, stay a while, Mark. The kid'll turn up when she's ready. Anyway, Mick's going to tell his Undertaker stories.
I was saying to your Nicky before, there's no real rules for funerals, you know. You know, we had this woman once who wanted to be carried through the church by half-naked Chippendales. It was in a will, like, you know, about 87 when she died.
You are joking, aren't you?
Of course, the Chippendales were unavailable, so me and 3 of the lads got drafted in.
You never did it, did you?
We were going to do, like, but couldn't keep the coffin on our shoulders. The baby oil, you know.
I can just see the Derby and Joan Club giving it a bide with me, and you lot skiddying down the aisle in your boxies and your bow ties. Anyway, better be making a move.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Jess. No problem. I know where we are.
Hey, don't worry. We stick together, okay?
Nick, Emily's back.
What am I supposed to feel?
How do you mean?
I mean, what am I meant to be feeling?
What do you feel?
Nothing. I mean, I'm trying. I just feel nothing.
Don't worry about it, love.
Must be dark in there.
I thought it'd be taller. Well, I mean longer. It looks that small.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm not going to wear it anyway. I'm going to wear something bright.
Nick, it's a funeral.
I know, but Mick said there's no rules.
Can I wear my cream jacket? I never wore it, but my dad really liked it.
Does that mean you come to the funeral, love?
Well, yeah, if me and Nicky and Katrina don't have to wear black.
I don't care what you wear.
I'm just made up, you come.
I'm just sick of other people's rules. Come on, Gina, let's go and get a drink.
Well, I hope it's a good turnout. Got a lot to thank Greg and his lad for. Our car'd be dead in the drain if it wasn't for them.
Look, we'll give you a knock tomorrow when things start moving, Jimmy.
Yeah, all right, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Ta-ra, Jim.
Sin, about what you were saying.
About?
Your house.
Yeah, well, I've made my mind up. It's the best thing for both of us. We'll be partners.
You see, I spoke to the developer. It was him on the phone this morning. We've agreed a price, Sin. He said 1 year's turnover with the insurance on top, and I said yeah.
Slow down.
It's too late, Sin. I've sold the chippy.
You've sold it?
I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah, well, I suppose I knew, really.
No hard feelings?
No. Pity never suited me anyway.
Nan, and Emily thinks this, and Katrina reckons this. Which one do you think?
Wearing black is traditional. It's a sign of respect.
Respect? Let's talk about respect, shall we?
We should all be supporting each other.
And how can we all support each other when only you and me know?
That's the way it must be. The last thing your mother needs is more grief.
Well, I'm looking after me now, not everyone else.
I keep thinking he's gonna knock to let me know he's there.
What? Knock?
I know it sounds mad, I suppose. It's just... I don't know. I just want one last chance, you know, to say something. Do something special. You know, if I'd have known I was never, ever going to see him again, I'd have said... I don't know. I can't even remember what I did say to him. We were stood over there. And he was going next door to fix a washer, I think. And I was going to London. I think I probably just said, ta-ra.
It doesn't matter what you said to him. He knew that you loved him. That's all that matters.
I was so important now, Jess. It's all we've got of him.
And no one is going to take it away.
I'm going to say something at the funeral tomorrow. I'm going to talk about him. I didn't want anyone leaving that place without knowing what my Greg was like. What a lovely, special man he was. And you'll say something, won't you, Nick? Because no one knew him like we did.
Don't, Mum, please.
Aye, aye. Happy campers are back.
I'm back on my own. What's happened?
And I thought you were going to stab me with that! Well, you just get a grip of yourself. If the rest of us can handle things, why can't you? Because I know the truth.
Did you sleep, love? No, not really. Don't think any of us did. It's hard saying goodbye to the man you thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. I know exactly what you and Margie are going through. I've been there.
I don't know how I'm going to face it.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I shouldn't be talking like that. We've all got to be really strong today. At least until after the funeral.
It's okay, you don't have to hide. Can handle your crying, you know.
All right, love. Katrina just doesn't want to upset you, that's all.
But I am upset, just like the rest of you. I don't need protecting.
I'll give this to Margie. Morning.
You look terrible. You okay?
No, not really.
Jess, I wish we could open the coffin. I just want to see him properly one last time.
No. It's better to think of him as he was.
I don't care what he looks like, he's still my Greg. I just want to say a proper goodbye.
You should start getting ready.
No. No, I'm all right. I'm all right here.
I feel as if I should be there this afternoon.
Yeah, well, maybe it's best that you know.
I feel excluded. I know I can't be a proper part of it all, but I wish I could at least pay my respects.
You just concentrate on getting yourself better. So, what have the doctors said?
They're watching my progress. I don't feel as if I'm making any progress. If anything, I feel as if I'm getting worse.
Aye. Because I was the one that was supposed to be mutton.
Sorry, mate, I was miles away.
I noticed. So, no last-minute change of heart then?
Nah. Gonna be hard handing the keys over, though.
Sorry, mate, why is...
The developer's legal guy's coming round soon, so I can sign the place over. Look, mate, I'm sorry the way things have worked out. I know how much the job meant to you and Tim.
Well, I can't say I'm exactly looking forward to being unemployed, but, well, you can't keep the place open for our sakes. You've got to do it because you want to, haven't you? Reckon it's time to move on. Aye, aye. Happy campers are back.
I'm back on my own. What's happened? Josh and his gang paid a visit late one night. He wants sorting out once and for all. Oh, what, so you can go the whole way? End up on a murder charge next time? But you can't just sit back and do nothing after this. Well, that's my decision, not yours or anybody else's. And where's our Leo and Tim?
Still down in Nuki. Didn't want to come back just for Nicky's dad's funeral.
I'm surprised you did. You weren't exactly his favourite person.
Yeah, well, it's Nicky I'm back for. I spoke to her on the phone. She sounded like she's having a hard time.
Hardly surprising, is it?
Anyway, I'd better go get ready.
Yeah, me too. Come on.
I'll follow you around.
You are still going to the funeral, aren't you?
Yeah, once this is sorted.
See you back at the house.
Come on! Just a little bit further. Come on. Not far. Come on.
That's it. You've officially exhausted me.
I don't remember you complaining.
Thanks. I had a great time.
You paid for the hotel and all the meals and...
You know what I'm on about. Making me so happy.
It was great, wasn't it? Ow. Nathan.
Didn't exactly tidy the place up for our homecoming, did he?
I wonder if Jackie's forgiven him yet for his little surprise. Did he drink that alone or with her?
They do seem keen on each other, don't they?
Must be catching.
But I bet they did not have the week of unbridled passion that we have. What's up?
The answer machine's completely full.
Mark. Don't listen to them.
I'll have to, then maybe messages on there from other people.
All right, well, let's unwind a bit first. Look, I'll make you something to eat.
What are you doing?
I thought you were a burglar.
And I thought you were going to stab me with that!
Right, sorry. I'm just a bit on edge. Hollins's attacker's still out there. How come you're back already?
We were only waiting around. I asked if I could be excused because of the funeral, and the clerk said I could go there and then.
Sitting around all day, what a waste of time.
Oh, yeah, just like you. Have you been on to the social to see what you're entitled to?
No.
Well, I'm warning you, Jimmy. You'll have to, you know. You better add.
Yeah, all right, all right.
Stupid pride of yours is ridiculous. We need every penny we can get.
I'll give them a ring, OK? But not today. I've got to get ready for the funeral.
I'll say I don't feel anything like it. Mind you, I suppose their troubles put ours in perspective, don't they? Do you know that poor family must be going through hell?
I feel like I'm having to go through it all over again. We've had his cremation and now he's getting buried.
Do you mind his ashes going in with his dad?
It would have been nice to be consulted. Didn't even know when his decision was made. I mean, he was going to be my husband.
I know, love. But these things are difficult. Margie probably just assumes it'll be all right with you.
It's just the thought of not having somewhere to lay flowers just for him. I know it sounds mad, but it's like there's going to be no privacy just for us.
Hey, Nick, do you think you better start getting ready?
Yeah, I will now.
It's just that people are going to be arriving soon.
Oh, just leave me alone.
God, Nicky, I was only saying there's no need to bite me head off.
What's going on?
She was annoying me.
Don't you think it's a bit early for that?
I just wanted a drink to settle my nerves. Do you mind?
Try not to upset your sister again, eh?
Oh, I need to polish these shoes. Yours need doing, Nick? Oh, stupid thing. Can't have dirty shoes, not today.
Shoes are spray.
Yeah, but your father normally does them. He'd be able to get it off.
Yeah, well, he isn't here, is he?
Thanks, kid.
But
Flying about, really?
Hiya.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but I wanted a word with Nikki.
Yeah, she's just in her room. I'll get her for you. Nikki! Don't know what she's doing in there. Come in. What's she doing for you?
I thought you were meant to be in Newquay.
I come back early for the funeral.
Easy enough to do that.
I just thought you might need someone, you know. Anyway, I'm here now.
Oh, thanks, Shay. It's really nice.
You okay?
You know, look, I'll have to go. I'll see you later.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks.
See you.
You haven't mentioned your trip to Nathan's. How did it go?
Well, it wasn't quite what I was expected.
What's the matter? It's a pain down the back of my leg. Oh, it's probably just a spot of cramp from all this lying around.
Well, should I call the nurse?
No, I'll be all right. You better get going. The funeral's in less than an hour.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yes, yeah, I'll be fine. You go to the funeral for me. If I can't be there, at least I know you will be.
No, I've got plenty of time, yes. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Mum, throw Frost and everyone at the union.
Me dad had told to stuff them. He always hated that Ross. Thought he was after me, Mum. Nicky.
All right, Jess, if you want to give me the keys, I can lock up after you've got on the cars if you like.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Hey, take it easy on my orange juice. You're gonna have a vitamin C overdose. Leave me alone.
Oh, come on. There's tea as well if you don't fancy anything too strong.
We may as well hear his latest ramblings.
Do we have to?
Hi, Victoria. Are you there? Vic? Looks like I've missed you. Nothing new there,
What's
then?
this doing in here?
Hey, Vic.
Oh, that,
I'm in Manchester and I've seen
well,
the thing
I was
on
worried
one
about
of the
someone seeing the stains.
Yes, well, we both know whose idea the chocolate was, don't we?
It makes me even wonder why I was wasting my time on a slapper like you.
Well, just turn it off, will you?
Though my nurse friend soon got fed up and went. Never mind, I think I'll give up.
I think I hardly wore any of the clothing that I packed. Then again, we were hardly out of bed long enough, were we?
Last night. Just ignore it. I won't call you again. Victoria, I know you're back today, but I don't know what time. There's something I need to tell you. It should explain everything. I'll come over about 2.
He's on his way then. Great.
What do you think it is he's going to tell me?
Who knows? But I bet it doesn't get a laugh.
Oh, God.
Don't, Mum, please.
Nicky, I'm coming now. That'll only make matters worse. Please, Nan, just leave me alone. I know how hard this is for you. It is for all of us. But do you have to behave like this, especially today? It's worse for us, though, Nan, isn't it? I mean, knowing what we know about him and Susanna. You can stop that right now. This is going to be painful enough as it is. I don't want you to say anything, okay? Do you hear me?
Answer off. What do you think it is?
Looks like we're about to find out.
Vicky. Sorry.
They're taking me for a scan. Well, I'm sure it's routine. You're gonna be fine. Oh, what's happening to me?
Craig was younger than me. And now he's lying in a box, dead. It's scary, isn't it? In 1 minute he's happy, healthy, successful. And the next it's all over. Could easily happen to any of us.
Don't talk like that.
Well, it makes you wonder whether you're living life to the full or just wasting time.
You know what you're doing at the moment.
Yeah, and don't I know it? Look, I lie awake at nights wondering what I'm going to do next. How I'm going to earn some money. It's not just work I'm talking about.
There's no work, there is no money. Without money, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, don't I know it? But there's got to be more to life than having a lousy job just to earn enough to survive. I mean, what about fulfillment? Realising your dreams?
What about your responsibilities, like paying your bills?
I'm probably the only person here who knows how you're really feeling.
Doubt it.
At my dad's funeral, everybody was doing my head in as well, telling me how sorry they were and how hard it must be. But none of them had a clue.
Yeah, well, no one knows how I feel, not even you.
You tell me that?
I can't tell anyone.
Nikki, I'm sorry about your dad.
What are you doing here? Leave me alone!
I just wanted to see you here. We've been like this for a month trying to be your mate.
Get him away from me.
Do you want now?
Thank you.
So, go on then.
Sorry about all the messages.
So you should be. If it's up to me, I wouldn't have even let you in. Now, what is this, another pitiful attempt to get Vic back?
No, it isn't. It's just it's been hard not having anyone to talk to.
About what exactly?
I've been having lots of tests over the past few months. They've been trying to find out what's wrong with me.
Well, I could have told you that.
Darren.
Well, they know now.
So what's the diagnosis then? That you're pathetic?
No. I've got motor neurone disease.
What?
The latest set of tests have finally confirmed it.
Are you making this up to get me back?
God, is that how low your estimation of me is? For once, this isn't about you, Victoria. It's about me. I'm dying. I wanted to tell you lots of times, but I just could never seem to find the right moment. I nearly told you on that day you left for your Red Sea trip.
So why didn't you?
I don't know, you just seemed so happy, so settled. I just couldn't bear to ruin it all for you. Anyway, I wanted to make sure for definite I knew what it was in case you accused me of lying just to try and get you back or something.
Is there any hope of a cure?
There is a drug which is extending life expectancy.
But it's not a cure. I'm looking at 2 years. 5 at most.
Surely they're doing some research. They might discover something.
Well, let's just say I'm not holding my breath.
I'm sorry, I just can't handle this.
Are you okay? What have the doctor said? I've got a clot in my lung. What does that mean? I'm frightened. I can't breathe. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Greg would have been grateful.
And so was Jason. See, the two of them are more like... they're more like mates than father and son. And we spent that much time together in life. And now, they're gonna be together again. Forever. Jason couldn't be in better company. Because he loved his dad. And right from when he was little, all he ever wanted was just to be like him. And I'm proud to say that's exactly how he turned out. Just like his dad. Just like my Greg. And Greg, he was so kind and loving and honest and our Jason. I'm gonna miss you both.
Yeah, Mum.
Okay.
Nikki!
It's okay. Leave it.
Mark, I don't know what to say.
There isn't anything you can say, really.
I'm sorry about earlier.
You don't need to apologise. I don't blame you. I know I've been a complete pain to both of you.
Oh, don't say that.
Why not? It's the truth.
Mark.
Bye, Vic.
I can't believe it.
I can't take much more of this. We all feel the same. No, you don't. Believe me, you've no idea. Have you been drinking? Or does it matter? Does anything matter? Will you just get a grip of yourself? If the rest of us can handle things, why can't you? Because I know the truth. I know what my dad was really like. What are you on about? Everything my mum believes about her precious Greg, well, it's all wrong. He was a liar. He cheated on her, and all of us too. You're drunk. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's me dad who I'm ashamed of for carrying on with Susanna right in front of everyone. What? They're having an affair. They have been for ages. They were even at it when he died in the club. That's why I couldn't bear to listen to my mum going on about it. Faithful husband, my dad, dying while in the middle of having it off with Susanna Morrissey.
Susanna? Is she gonna be okay?
What do you think you're playing at, eh?
Oh, nice to see you, you know.
You had to hitchhike all the way home.
There's no way I can carry on working for her.
Well, why not?
If I tell you, will you promise to keep it to yourself?
It is a terminal illness. He is going to die.